All right, what's good, y'all? Welcome back to Appreciate Greatness. Today, we're going to be talking about the conference finals, Western and Eastern, and how we might see two sweeps and get some time off of basketball, which would be crazy. But I mean, we're just gonna hop right in, and we'll start with the Eastern Conference. Let's start with the Western Conference Finals. It's been more boring than Knicks Pacers. The Timberwolves, it doesn't feel like they stand much of a chance. Now I do have some notes, so when I'm peering over here, look at me using big words. It's not really a big word, but anyway, when I'm looking over here, that's what I'm looking at. Starting with the biggest problem to me that the Timberwolves are facing is how much one-on-one Shai is playing. He is pretty much at this point cemented himself as one of the best one-on-one players, one of the best pure scorers from the mid-range. Inside, he's got the step back three counter. He's got counters on counters on counters. And not long ago, Trey Murphy was talking about his counters. And most guys have a rhythm, right? When a guy dribbles, you can normally count out their rhythm of how they like to make their moves, and it might be boom, 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 and that's how they do it. Shai does not have one, right? That's been the biggest thing with Shai, and watching him just somehow tear defenses up over and over and over again because he doesn't have a rhythm. He has all these counters, like he probably has hundreds and hundreds of counters in his bag. It's unreal, all the stuff he goes to. And then, if you were ever in illegal guarding position, if you ever try and reach your arm across or hand check him or anything, he's going to draw a foul on you. And he takes what is illegal that doesn't get called and makes it illegal that does get called. That's the biggest thing with Shai. That's the biggest difference with him and, a Michael Jordan, a Kobe Bryant, a Dwayne Wade, those guys who get to James Harden, Trae Young, guys who get to the line a lot. We're making defenders work harder, be in legal guarding position all the time. You can't fall behind of those guys. You can't get to the side of those guys. You can't hand check them because they're going to draw a foul. It's a skill. It's a high level skill. If you went to a YMCA, go try and draw a foul. It's tough. It's really tough to try and draw a foul, especially like a shooting foul in the mid-range area. It's hard. Shai leads the league in drives per game, and I think his playmaking's been outstanding in this playoffs. He's a guy who he's not going to turn the ball over. He turns it over, I think, 2 times per game. His handle's so tight, and he just makes the simple, easy read, and he collapses the defense and kicks it out with the best of them. Reads it well. Hockey assists, potential assists, they're all through the roof in this playoffs for Shai. But I think the Timberwolves have been letting him go at Jaden McDaniels and Nickeil Alexander-Walker, which in theory, two great defenders, two of the best perimeter defenders in the NBA, probably 2 top 20, top 15 perimeter defenders in the NBA. But he's just been going at them way too much, and it's been way too easy, and they haven't really switched up their coverage. And Rudy Gobert, when he's in the game, he has helped a lot, just being a rim deterrent and kind of getting Shai away and making him hit that mid-range instead of getting all the way to the rim. But getting into my next point, there's this Mike Conley, Rudy Gobert conundrum that the Timberwolves are in. And I made a TikTok about this. I posted a YouTube short about this. I think I had 17 likes, 17 comments on TikTok on this video, but it's really just the truth, and it's a lot of people just being stupid saying Rudy Gobert is not, he's just tall or whatever. Rudy Gobert is still a generational defender to this day. He's still an unbelievable rim protector. He's like bug spray, like when you spray bug spray on yourself and it like repels. That's what he is. He's like a bug spray under the rim, and he repels players from driving and attacking him. And he does a great job at it. He and Mike Conley have the best plus minus on this Timberwolves team. Now, plus minus, very flawed stat. You can't really, it really doesn't, especially in a two game sample size, any small sort of sample size, it doesn't really show the impact a player makes. But they've had the two best plus minuses. It feels like when Rudy isn't in the game, the defense drops off so much. When Mike isn't in the game, the offense drops off so much, but the defense gets a little better. They make each other so much better to where Mike Conley's the best lob thrower. Rudy Gobert can only really catch lobs. If he comes down with it, especially against a Thunder team, he's in trouble. And Mike Conley's the best lob thrower on that team. He helps Rudy get the deepest and throws the lob, and it works the best. And with Rudy on the court, he makes their defense so much better to the point where the Thunder really can't go on a run. Now, they can slowly inch away, but they're not going on these big, massive runs where they just lose their opponent. Same thing with Mike Conley. When he's in on offense, they're not turning the ball over as much. The offense is more structured, and things are going a little bit better offensively. However, defensively, Thunder are going at Mike Conley. Offensively, Rudy Gobert can do nothing in the short roll, can't finish over people. If you push him out of the paint or from under the rim in the paint, he's not making a shot. He can't make quick decisions. So it's just been an interesting point where I think, in my honest opinion, I think you just got to roll with them. I think you got to roll with Mike Conley and Rudy Gobert and, take the negatives with the positive they bring, which is, helping you not get blown out, because 2 games straight, we've seen the Thunder go on that big run that they love to go on, and you've gotten blown out. The next thing about this is just pure, plain and simple, Ant and Julius haven't been good enough. Now, Ant played a lot better in the fourth quarter, was really aggressive, getting downhill, hitting the mid-range. He's got to be better. He still has to be better. The first 3 quarters, I didn't think he was all that great. I still question his playmaking ability, especially against this Thunder team. I remember a play where he was doubled in the corner. He kind of just threw it up. He got lucky. Jaden McDaniels, I think, tipped it and somehow came down with it, but it could have been just an easy layup. Would have put the Thunder up even bigger, given more momentum. So he's got to be smarter about those situations. And Julius Randle was just bad in Game 2. He didn't play the entire fourth quarter. Game 1, he was great. Game 2, struggled. It's going to be one of those series where if you're Ant, you're starting with Lou Dort on you, the best screen navigator in the NBA. I don't think he's necessarily a super great, pure one-on-one defender, but I do think he's the best screen navigator in the entire NBA. Once you're done with Lou Dort, guess who's coming in? Cason Wallace. Once you're done with Cason Wallace, Caruso is going to switch on to you. And then it's back to Cason, then it's back to Lou, then it's back to Cason, then it's back to Caruso. And that's just a recipe for hell. If you're Anthony Edwards, he's going to struggle to do much. And Julius Randle, there's so many big bodies on this Thunder team. Alex Caruso coming into the series as a Bull, I don't remember the exact stat, but he did, I think there was 4 games or a 5-game sample size where he was on the Bulls. He was the main Julius Randle assignment, and he was magnificent. And I went back and watched 2 of those games, and it was unbelievable. And the series has started, Caruso's gotten that matchup a little bit, not a ton, but he's been great. And then you have Chet Neihardt in the paint as well. It's just been tough for Julius. And then the last thing, like we talked about earlier, Shai has just been killing these guys. I mean, the one-on-one, the post-ups, getting to the paint, getting to the foul line, frustrating his defenders. The thing about the whole free throw merchant thing, I said it earlier, it's a skill to me. It's not a bad thing. It's not a black eye of the NBA. This is a skill we're talking about. It is so hard to get to the line. It's so hard to take advantage of a guy who is hand-checking you or riding you out with his arm on your hip. It's really hard to take advantage of that, and Shai is so good at it. And I don't think he really flops either. I think he's very wiggly and like wiry, and he's like his bones he's like jello because he's so skinny, and he's built so skinny. He's very strong, got very strong shoulders, but he's built so skinny and he's so long and lanky that it just kind of looks like it looks weird a lot of the times. But I don't really think he ever flops, like truly just flops. I do think Jalen Brunson does that a little more. I think Trae Young does that a little more. I'm very impressed with those two because they're 6 foot, maybe on a good day they're 6 feet tall and drawing fouls and the biggest, in a league with the biggest people, most athletic guys we've ever seen. Getting into some athletic dudes, Mitchell Robinson, he's been awesome for the Knicks. My thoughts on this Knicks Pacers series. I do want to say Timberwolves Thunder. I might have Thunder sweeping. I think the Timberwolves will sneak one out at home. But it would not shock me if Thunder go take care of business tomorrow or today as I post this, and T-Wolves can't do much. Pacers, Knicks. I think the Knicks are too good. They've kept it too close in the first two games. The second game just wrapped up. I think they've kept it too close for Jalen Brunson not to get some type of fourth quarter, late game heroics and help them win at least a game, right? Ooh, I don't know if I like that as much. There we go. I just think he's going to have one of those games at the end of the fourth where he just goes berserk. He almost did it today. Got him back in it, and they were a shot short. He tried to pull up from about 30 and hit all backboard. The biggest thing about this series so far is the Pacers have answered everything. You think about the double big. That's the first thing that comes to my mind when I'm thinking about kind of what the Pacers mix and match, or the Knicks have mix and matched. They've switched up some pick and roll coverages, but it hasn't been anything crazy to me. It's been the double big, and the Pacers have done a great job of making them navigate. I remember a possession. I remember Mitchell Robinson was guarding whose assignment was Pascal Siakam, and this actually wasn't even a double big situation, but his assignment was Pascal Siakam, right? So one of Cat or Mitchell is going to have to guard Pascal. And what the Pacers did is they ran, I don't even think they screened. I think Reed just kind of ran down the from the top of the key to the paint, and Pascal ran up. They got switched up, mixed up. Mitchell followed Ben Shepherd to the corner. Pascal wide open for a three. He made it. And that was a big three in a big spot in the game. I think there was like 6 minutes left in the fourth quarter. But yeah, just making those guys, making Cat navigate off ball, making Mitchell Robinson navigate off ball. Mitchell Robinson is an unbelievable athlete. That's where I was going with the big guys and athletes. I mean, he's 7 feet tall, switching out. I feel like I wasn't familiar with how great he is defensively and how great of a switch, of a guarder, of a perimeter defender, and a switch he is, because it's awesome. They're forcing Cat to guard in space. I don't think he was terrible today. I do think the Pacers took advantage of him a lot, but I don't think he's been terrible this entire playoffs. I think he's been pretty good at holding his ground, forcing a tough three with a hand in the face. And today the Pacers took pretty good advantage. And it's just good luck to Cat, right? I mean, good luck. Go out, switch it. And then if you want to run the whole, if you go no Cat, right, and you go Mitchell Robinson, Josh Hart, that's great for your defense. It's great for your defense. But then offensively, you have two non-shooters. Josh Hart can shoot, but he doesn't like to. Mitchell Robinson doesn't do much offensively except offensive rebound, and that wasn't too big of a deal. Shout out Tony Bradley. He came in, gave him some great spot minutes, but the biggest problem is you just don't have spacing. Your offense gets so stagnant without Cat, and it's another conundrum, I think, where, like the Rudy Mike Conley thing, where you have three guys in Josh Hart, Cat, and Mitchell Robinson. Cat is either going to get hunted, or if you don't have Cat out there, your offense sucks. But if you go double big, they're just making, Pascal, they're just letting him run and, find mismatches and running off-ball screens, making those bigs navigate. And it's sucked for the Knicks. But I do think they will get one. I think Cat will have a hot game, or Brunson will have a hot game like game one, except they won't choke it away, where they lose the 14-point lead with 2 minutes 30 seconds left. I didn't even talk about that game. I talked about it on TikTok, and I think I posted a short, so we don't have to get into that. But I do think the Knicks will take one. I don't think the Wolves will take one. The finals start June 5th. So that means that we could have like a week of no basketball, which is insane. But during that week, I will be doing draft stuff, a lot of draft stuff. I'm going to react to the Ringers mock draft. I'm going to make a mock draft of my own. I might post my big board, and that's all I got right now. So I hope y'all enjoyed this video. If you did, please leave a like and subscribe. I work pretty hard on these videos. I love watching basketball, love talking basketball, love the discourse around basketball. So if you have anything to say, leave it downstairs, leave it under the table in the comments section. And yeah, thank you guys for watching. If you want to see those videos, hit that bell icon after you subscribe. I feel like such a YouTuber. I love it. Anyway, I love y'all. Peace.